Hello everyone, I'm a Metaslave and welcome to Chapter 22 of my FE6 RR LTC. First thing that needs to be done is to Hammerne the Warp Staff for the last Hammerne use, but luckily the last 5 Warp Staff uses I have now will be enough for the rest of the run. Then I want to use Boots on Karel since he's not doing anything but being picked up, but because I don't want my Karel carrier to waste their turn rescuing him, I have Shanna pick him up so that Zeiss can take and then use a Boots. Then I have Clarine warp Zeiss, but I haven't danced him yet. This is because I need the dancers to bar train over there for Zeiss's dance, and because they need to be there in order to dance on turn 2 for their first dance, that is. Then I need Melady to take the warp staff from Clarine so that she can use the convoy warp the warp staff trick using this chest. Thanks to this 2-use chest key, after being given boots by Lalam, Melady can fly up to, after I input fail, fly up to the chest and get this Worm Slayer, which is slightly useful in the upcoming maps, but most importantly, I need to warp the warp staff so that Yoder can take it from Merlinus and use it to warp Perceval. Melady and Perceval are going to be the ones that clear out the both of these heroes next turn so that I can actually open the door on turn 2 as opposed to turn 3 like I would be forced to in vanilla. Dayan's running up here with no weapon equipped because I don't actually need to counterattack these enemies, but now it's time to Bard Train. The reason why that I need them to be over there and dance for someone next turn is so that Karel can use 2 boots next turn. The first before I open the door, the second after on the action that opens the door. This is because I need all that movement for Karel to actually seize the throne after being danced from the position he opens the door from. I have Elfin stay. I want Elfin to be like completely out of range of that druid, which is why he sticks to the back like this. Now Zeiss drops Karel and Noah chugs boots, and that's the end of turn 1. Like I said before, these enemies nearby don't matter. But Karel needs to one round this hero, which he can do so by getting 1 of 2 crits. He's now Captor Res, which means he's forever getting blank level ups. It doesn't strictly matter that Melady kills this Berserker, but she does, and that's nice, I guess, for her, just a lot of EXP on her. Since she's fairly underleveled, and promoted enemies at this point in the game are quite high leveled. This general, luckily, is baited off. These generals both, luckily, are baited off like the choke point so that they don't need to be killed in order to access the switch rooms. Most of these other enemies are luckily not too much of a threat, like this hero, like this light brand hero. But the sniper's a little scary to Clarine, but her hitting back twice for so much damage is nice because this druid, well, not this one, another one, is going to heal the sniper instead of using a status staff. If he used the status staff, he would have gone for Fa, since she's the lowest on the deployment order, but either way, this makes things easier for me. So first, Karel chugs a boots, Lalam will dance for him, and he'll use another boots, but first I actually gotta worry about getting the switches used. First, I burn a few RNs before Clarine takes a boots, because Dayan has to get that Berserker out of the way for the dancers to Bard Train. This is probably the most important use of the longbow throughout the run, and it's what makes a 2-turn of this map possible. Obviously, it's a pretty ugly crit rig, but with Dayan's stupid stats, it wasn't actually that bad to rig. Now Melady needs to kill this hero with a hit plus a crit. I think, thanks to this hero having a Brave Axe, even if he rolls 20 natural speed, it's not an issue for me to, like, double, even with Wyvern Lord's crappy speed cap. Now it's time for Perceval to kill a Brave Sword hero. I believe his arena level up also mattered, because, back in Chapter 17, because him having 22 speed lets him double this hero even if he rolls up on natural speed, which is nice. Now it's time for Yoder for these two to just chug boots, since they're not going to do anything else. But now it's time for the longest Bard Train of the run. Thanks to the fact that the switches just need you to use an action on them rather than wait on them, the dancers can dance for each other and trigger the switch at the same time. Which means that I don't actually have to worry about someone to activate them. I just need to make sure they're cleared and that a clear path for bard training is made by turn 2. Luckily, I do just this, which lets me eventually flip both switches on turn 2 using only 2 warps. Now I interrupt this very long bard train so that I can eventually, I interrupted now using boots on Karel. Now he's in range of the throne with the throne room opened, but now I also have Zeiss's 26 strength cap come in handy. This stupidly long rig is so that he can double crit Zephiel with a killer lance, but you need a 26 strength unit with a killer lance to be able to 6-hit KO Zephiel, which is exactly what Zeiss does by getting this first crit, and of course, even dodges the counterattack and then doubles and then crits again. Zephiel's luck is too high to really expect to have crit without a killer weapon, so I need to be able to 6-hit KO with a killer lance, and that's only, like I said, that's only possible with 26 strength. Hence why Zeiss is my preferred Wyvern 1 in a rigged run. Now I gotta actually, finish up the bard train and let Karel seize, which I believe he has, the movement and then a little bit to get to, since he's exactly 13 tiles away, I want to say. But that doesn't matter. I dance for him and I seize, and that's chapter 22, completed in 2 turns. I will see you next time.